she really just felt like she couldn't trust him anymore, which does seem like those were all the stories being leaked.
Well, I mean, okay, first of all, I think a couple of things. I am more cynical than you. That is true.
You are,
I
I
mean,
know.
it's just like, listen, when you look at a marriage or something, just because I'm single does not mean I don't know how it all works. Like when there's issues and stuff, like we have like, if we're lucky, 50 years left on this planet. So like it's a long, I know we're gonna, it's like, so it's like a long life. And so like if there's these problems, you put the band-aid on for even 5 years. But I mean, eventually the wheels fall off the bus. So it's not like there are people that have gotten divorced. Listen, if Kyle and Mauricio were going to get divorced, that wouldn't even
Oh,
shock me. That wouldn't even shock
what?
me. I mean, listen, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they have a great marriage, but you hear these really weird things every now and then about them. You do. I mean, I'm not like, to me, believe it or not, I'd be more shocked if like Kathy Hilton and Rick got divorced. Like they're like at a different, right? You're like,
They're an institution. I mean, I don't know. This is what I love about television. I will always love this about reality TV. I know that it is edited for content. I know that part of it is fake, but I get invested. I get invested in celebrity relationships, and I root for people that have different types of, marriages. I think, him being a lot older than Ashley and her being younger.
mhm.
Um, she, I wanted it to work, but it seems like, and I think you had sent me the clip because they had renegotiated their prenup. Remember, the prenup was, I think if they got divorced within the first 5 years of marriage, she only got $1 million or something. Then if she stayed beyond 5 and they were married for 9, they split 50-50. And supposedly now the other thing is, I've been in their building. He owns or is part owner of a very high end, it's probably 10 years, 12 years old now though, apartment building in Arlington, Virginia, looks out over, the mall, the
Is this the
National
one they
Mall.
show on the show?
Yes, yes.
And they
So
really live in that penthouse? Because
they really live in that penthouse.
just because we go up that high doesn't mean that's the actual, but it's okay. So they live in the penthouse. Okay.
Yes. And a lot of other media personalities that you would see from CNN to ESPN, a lot of famous media personalities live in that building. It's a really beautiful building.
And
My
where is
husband
it?
and I
It's
actually,
not in
Arlington,
DC.
Virginia.
Okay, it's Virginia. You just said that.
My husband and I looked at a 2-bedroom apartment in the complex. I don't know how much it was, 700,000, maybe 800,000.
Okay, well,
Um,
from New York City, I'll take 2 or 3. Just let me pack my bags right now. But go on. We get a 2-bedroom for 7 something. Okay, let me pack.
that was a few years ago, so it's probably even more. But reportedly he's moved out. She's living in the penthouse with the boys, and he's moved out. I don't know, honey. I mean, do you think they're going to split everything 50-50? I mean, is this divorce going to get nasty? What do you, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think,
You think
okay,
it will?
again, I think it's, so I guess it's more than $1 million is 50. I mean, Michael Darby has that much money,
I don't
didn't
know if he
realize.
does.
I don't think I, so I mean, I
Well,
don't
there's
understand,
a
like,
lot of rumors in DC that he does not have that much money. I will tell you that. I mean, I don't know their financial situation. I've known them socially and personally for a long time. She was a huge fan of the radio show that I was on. Like, her mom's a huge fan. I've said it a bazillion times. Like, I love Ashley. I'm team Ashley 100%.
these
I don't
Potomac
know.
girls are like a fan of yours. I have like a big radio personality here with that. I've been doing shows. Like I should kiss your ass like I kiss the other asses.
No, because the radio show ended and sadly my co-host died. So there's no radio
Oh,
show.
the radio show's over,
The
unfortunately.
radio show's over. But I don't, all I will say is there are a lot of rumors in DC that he doesn't have as much money that is portrayed. They do have this penthouse, but I don't know beyond that their financial situation.
So I mean, like she could get less than $1 million if they split everything 50-50. Is that what we're saying here?
Well, if he doesn't have a lot in cash or liquid assets, and maybe he owns some properties, I don't know. Does he have to sell the properties, or does she only get that money when he sells the properties? I don't know what their deal is, right?
Here's the thing. Like, you wanted kids, you have the kids. It's like, I don't like to be so harsh on human beings, but like, what is the benefit or upside to being married to Michael Darby? Like, how has it even lasted this long? Like, it has nothing to do with age shaming that he's older because he's not old. It's just, I don't get
How old
it.
is he?
I
60,
don't.
60.
He's
Let me
that
look.
old? I mean, I'm not saying that's old. I just thought he was like 50 and she was like, but no, she's not early 30s anymore. But like, what is the appeal? Like, I don't understand why she even stayed as long as she did. I mean, I'm not saying Ashley doesn't have her own things. Listen, now, can I just tell you though? They must be wild. They must be wild in that bedroom. I'm
He's
sorry.
62. I think that's, see, he's 62.
Like
She's,
freaky freak. And I'm not just saying this because they openly have threesomes. Lots of couples openly have threesomes. I just think that Ashley and Michael probably have a sick, dirty, like, I don't even want to know the fetishes, the kinks. I think you guys, I mean, look, lots of stuff comes out in a divorce. I do think it'll get ugly. I mean, listen, it doesn't sound like it's going to get ugly ever, but when there's true money, when there's like, this could be my $1 million or it could be your $1 million, I think it's
yeah, it
you.
gets nasty.
Money brings out Pete when you want that. And then when a lawyer says, guess what? You're entitled to that. And another lawyer is like, that ain't hers. It's yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's gonna get nasty. And I can't imagine that if stuff starts to leak about the bedroom. Oh, buckle up, honey. Buckle up. Look at you smiling.
I think, well, I think she really loved him too. Is anyone listening thinking that they really loved each other, or we don't really think that?
No,
We think
I don't think she. I don't think she used. I don't think she's like, an Erica Jane. I don't
okay,
think she
okay.
used. No, I don't think she used him for like a life
Wait, but
or
am I,
anything like that. No, but I just
I,
think it's like, I mean, she doesn't, what is there to trust? I mean, listen, it's different to have three. Listen, it's a whole different thing to have threesomes or be like polyamorous, like our girl Gigi over on Shaw's. Like, what are the true boundaries of this arrangement? And I just think the more stuff surface, she's probably like, look, of course, look, she did the right thing, I think, to America. Like, you do stand by the person you're with, right? You say like, oh no, I know all about this. Here we go again. And you put on that face, but at home, I think you're having some conversations, right?
yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, obviously, I don't know the inner workings of their relationship. And I mean, I feel like I haven't seen them in person in like 2 years, maybe. I think I saw them like in person with Dean, like maybe at the start of the pandemic or something. But
And she always just told you, I'm in love, girl, this is great.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and he did too, they seem, again, like yes, to me, but I believe I take people at face value.